Hello YouTube, my name is Paul. I hope you're keeping well. I'm back today then with another Spotlight video. And today the Spotlight shines on a surprisingly difficult to get ZX Spectrum game called Sly Spy Secret Agent. Obviously it came out on multiple different formats, but for some reason the Spectrum version is particularly difficult to get hold of. Now, the game was published in 1990 by Ocean Software, who obviously were working on many different games on many different formats. Because the 16-bit systems were doing particularly well by that point, they started making games for the GX4000 and the Commodore 64 GS, and obviously 8-bit systems started to see their descendancy. The game was developed by Software Creations. As far as I know, they developed the game across all the formats as well. They consisted of Dean Belfield, John P. Tatlock, Simon Justin Street and Jeff Folin. The game is loosely based, well, loosely is probably an understatement, based on James Bond. I'm surprised the game wasn't called James Bond. I'm assuming Data East didn't get the license for it. I remember playing this game in the arcade, well, on an arcade cabinet in a video rental shop. I used to be really impressed with the driving sequence with the bike. I remember the graphics being absolutely amazing. It's funny that when you look back now, it's quite a very, well, it's a very simplistic level, but yeah, I was always taken back by the graphics. So yeah, I always remembered it for that. But yeah, I picked this particular copy up quite recently from a collector who was selling off his vast Sinclair Spectrum collection. Always in the process of doing so, but I tried to pick as many Ocean titles as I possibly could from him, and this was luckily in his collection. So I bought probably about, I don't know, about a dozen games from him, maybe 15 games. And this particular one he wanted about £125 for, which is a lot of money for a Spectrum game. But can go for more than that, surprisingly, but I've never seen it come up for auction or anywhere, to be honest, to get a sort of a guide on the price. The 16-bit versions are quite easy to get hold of, and I got the Amstrad version about 6 months back on floppy disk for about 20 quid. But again, I've never really seen the Commodore 64 version. But it comes in one of those little kind of boxes, which is just slightly over half the size of the 16-bit versions. Not a lot to show you. The inside of the box really has just got a baggie, a cassette, and an instruction leaflet. That's about it. But I know I was contacted by Mike, without further ado Retro, asking me about this game. And it's a bit of a coincidence really, the guy I bought it from had it when he pretty much asked. So again, the game, there's nothing on the game to say it was pulled from sale or anything like that. I just think Ocean Software didn't produce many copies of this game on this system at that time, because they were working on games like Robocop 2, Chase HQ 2, working on the GX4000, all that sort of stuff. So maybe they just didn't project they're going to sell many games on the Spectrum. So let's check the game out anyway. See you on the other side. Right, so welcome to Sly Spy Secret Agent then. You are greeted by a lovely little tune. I've had a couple of goes, I've not got very far, so this should not be a long playthrough, unfortunately. I can complete the SD version, which was the version I had back in the day. The Spectrum version is a bit more difficult. Now what's good about this game is that each version that came out wasn't a port over of, say, a different version. So the ST and Amiga versions were quite different. They played similar, but they looked different. And the Amstrad and Spectrum versions were quite distinct as well. So I thought that was quite a nice touch. So yeah, the introduction screen is quite basic. Got a high score table and just a credit screen really. So let's crack on. I've already defined my keys. Agent 123. Ready for active duty. Each level has this kind of screen just to get you in the mood. Good morning 123. Council for World Domination terrorists have infiltrated the city. Get them before they kill innocent people. So I'm going to go in and kill some innocent people myself then. Right, so at the bottom there on your heads up display you've got your ammunition, which is 142. You can upgrade your gun by picking up certain pickups, which I think is depicted in the those 3 windows which have pictures of guns on them. Obviously you've got your energy, and the enemy's energy is just indicating the end of level bosses really. This level plays pretty smoothly. The arcade version's got a lot of colour, so unfortunately the Spectrum definitely misses out on that. But yeah, it's instantly recognisable. It's quite a distinct game, I thought, Sly Spy Secret Agent. At the bottom there you've got your score and your time. So you don't have unlimited bullets. But you can pick up ammo as you progress. Obviously the graphics are monochrome, but they're quite well defined, which is always a nice touch. This level's got some funky scrolling going on. It's not quite flip screen, but it's also not very smooth. I'm not very good at this level either, because it doesn't matter where you stand, you're in the flipping wrong place. Come on! There we go. I've disappeared. One of the CWD's leaders is escaping by car. Look for the black sedan. This is the level in the arcade that I absolutely loved. I thought it looked fantastic. The Spectrum version isn't too bad. It scrolls really smoothly and doesn't really slow down, which is great. The one thing that's noticeable about the Spectrum version, I think it's the same as the Amstrad version, there's no music in the game. So if I recall rightly, the Commodore 64 version has music throughout, which I always found added a bit of atmosphere to any game really. It's a multi-loader on the 48K, and the 128K obviously it loads in one go, but can take about 10 to 15 minutes to load. It's not the sort of game you're going to load up on the Spectrum for a quick go. But yeah, I never had this one back in the day. The SD version's the one I had, and I thought the SD version was a very good conversion. Not doing too bad for my own standards really. Again, the game's not strictly monochrome. There's a little bit of colour in it. Whoa! Forgot about the mine. Bit of parallax scrolling going on. Was a nice touch. You won't be sticking your head out the window if you've got someone shooting at you, would you? Come on, boy. What's going on? Ah, gotcha. For a second I thought I wasn't hardly touching him. More terrorists are arriving by boat in the harbour. No one thought to stop the boat, did they? It's not a flipping rubber dinghy either, it's a flipping full-on bloody yacht. Inconspicuous CWD. They can take the high ground on the boat. Ah! Or stick down to the bottom, but I think the bottom there's energy down. For God's sake, really? There's energy down here somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Now, this game reminds me a hell of a lot of Rolling Thunder. Come on, Jesus Christ. Rolling Thunder 2 on the Mega Drive, which I absolutely loved. This game's rock hard. Kikuchi Queen. Well, I'm not going to continue. I tend to not continue and try just to go through the game with one life, but I don't think it's even possible in this game. Right, let's give it one more go. I do love that tune, it's really good. Try Agent 456. Oh no, maybe I try Agent 468. Let's give that a go. Well, let's go for it. Give it one last go. I do like this game though, it is really good. Come on! I'm not sure if this game got a release on the consoles. I don't think it did. Yeah, it got a release on an obscure console maybe. Excellent. That's quite easy. Yeah, it received some good reviews, this game. I think most magazines gave it in the late 80s, some even the early 90s. Oh, I picked up a machine gun, that's what that is. Oh, come on. Here we go. Lost half my energy. Yeah, I can't remember how far I've ever got on this game. I don't think I've got very far on the Spectrum version. Definitely the underwater cabin bit I've been to. It's a shame it does miss out on in-game music though. If I'm not mistaken, the other versions do have some good tunes in them. I'll sort it out. You don't notice much slowdown on this game, which is really good. I'm trying to think what else Software Creations made. They've done some really good games on the Spectrum. Lucky just like flops outside the car there. Seriously. One piece of energy left. I can't imagine I'm going to get very far with this. Unbelievable. Oh man. I might just continue because I don't want to do that all again. Come on then, let's go. Do it. Let's do it. Let's go up the ladder. Up the ladder? Can you not go up the ladder on the Spectrum? Yeah, of course you can. Spectrum can do anything. Not quite sure what that was. Yeah, not too keen on the old flip screen stuff going on there. Oh yeah, the old how do I get up on that? Ah. Graphics are a bit crap there, aren't they? Bloody hell. What the hell's he? I'm sure he's the guy in the 16-bit versions that if you get touched by him, you have to actually kick him, not shoot him. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, mate. As far as nails, isn't he? Come on. Oh, God's sake. I think you got 3 continues, so his face. Have it. Yippee. Time to go swimming. Don't forget your harpoon. How will I forget that? I haven't noticed any energy in this game at all. Bloody hell, mate. Calm down. Ah, some there, look. God, I tell you what, the graphics on this level do your eyes in. Jesus Christ. I have to blame the Spectrum for having such bad eyesight. What the flip? Oh yeah. I'm sure you see him again at some point. What the hell's going on? Hey, come on, shark. But he follows you up the screen. Hey! Let's see your cheek, sunshine. CWD's leaders are at the Georgetown warehouse. Okay. Ah! It's crashed. Oh well. Let's conclude. So yeah, just to summarise then, the game itself is a really good arcade conversion on a ZX Spectrum and does replicate the arcade really well as a Spectrum can, to be honest. It's a shame the game bloody well crashed. Imagine sitting there for 15 minutes waiting for that to load, playing it, and then it dies on you. That was, well, one of the charms of the Sinclair Spectrum, wasn't it? But from a collector's point of view, it's a very difficult game to get and probably amongst the top 3 Ocean Software games, or top 3 hardest to find Ocean Software games on the ZX Spectrum. Up there with the likes of Robocop 3 and Tank, and also Battle Command. I forgot about that one, but yeah. So yeah, I'm really happy to have it in the collection. So thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for subscribing. I'll see you all again real soon. Take care and bye for now.